I want to begin with a piece that I recently finished. I wrote for girls in the Congo for a new book that I'm just about to finish called I'm an Emotional Creature, The Secret Life of Girls Around the World. It's called The Teenage Girl's Guide to Surviving Sex Slavery. I live in Bukavu, the Democratic Republic of Congo, but I think this guide applies to any girl anywhere in the world. People ask me all the time how I survived. It wasn't that I was smarter or even stronger than anyone else. I didn't even really know what I was doing. It was just something inside me, it just couldn't go along. My friends, they got taken at the same time as me. I don't think we're ever going to get them back. Rule one, get over that girl thing. This can't be happening to me. When it happens, and trust me, it happens to thousands of us, you will not believe it. You will think, these are just crazy soldiers fooling around. They must be bored or something. They couldn't be hurting me like this, grabbing my arms and legs all rough like this, throwing me into their truck. Your brain, it will start telling you things like, they're soldiers from my own village, okay? They're old enough to be my father. They know better than this. They're here to protect me. This will be confusing. It will make you feel stupid. It will make you feel that what is happening is not really happening. It will make you feel like you did something wrong. I watched my best friends, Elisa, Esther, and Swati. We were on holiday. We took the boat together from Bukavu to Goma. We were joking around a lot. Lake Kivu, it's a really huge lake. It takes 5 hours to cross it. We were drinking Fantas and making fun of Esther's big, crazy hair. We were going to Goma to swim and hang out. We went shopping. Swati bought these really cool gold shoes, and I remember thinking I wanted them, but I didn't want her to think I was copying her. As we walked out the store and down the street, it didn't seem real. You know, we were just shopping, and now these crazy soldiers, that's why they didn't run. I wanted to run, but I didn't want to leave my friends. When we tried to refuse, that's when I got how serious it was. One of the soldiers, the really big one, she started beating Elisa, and Elisa was screaming. My best friends were all screaming and crying. I got really quiet. That's what I do. I wasn't going to let those soldiers know anything. That leads to rule number 2. Never look at him when he is raping you. He will call your name in that grating, craving voice. He will beg you to look. He will turn your head with his big, rough, dirty hands. Never move your eyes to his. Close them if you have to. He is nothing. He isn't even there. He's a tiny, teeny, meaningless speck. He doesn't even exist. Rule 3, build a hole inside yourself and crawl into it. He will be on top of you. He will be old enough to be your father. He will smell like the woods or alcohol. He will hold his hand over your mouth. You're a virgin. You're only 15. He will remind you that no one is coming. Imagine you are dancing. Think of your favorite song. Remember your mother braiding your hair. Hear her calling your name, Marta, Marta, Marta. 4, never, ever open any door to him. Reject the food he brings you. Refuse to eat his stupid fish. Spit on it. Tell him your family would never eat food out of the water. When in public, he will want you to smile and act like a proper wife, even though he has one. Never smile. Roll on the ground in the ugly, expensive panier he brings you. Never laugh at his jokes. He will be shoving himself into you. He will do this 2 or 3 times a day. After the first 20 times, it won't be painful anymore. Your insides will no longer belong to you. He will sometimes wear cologne. Beware. The smell will make you sympathetic. Do not give way to it. You will begin to feel something for him. It's natural after 6 months. It's nothing more than habit or accident. It has nothing to do with Claude. By the way, never call him by his name. Only refer to him as him, you, move over. You, leave me alone. He will need to tell you things about himself. Never act like you are interested. 5, his sadness is none of your business. Sometimes he will seem so sad. All the bad things he has seen and done, you will feel bad for him. You will feel everything he feels and doesn't feel. You have been his slave for almost 2 years. You will start to think there is no one else. This is your life. He will be the only person who ever loves you. When you start vomiting, you will think he has poisoned you. Then it will pass and it will happen again, and you will slowly realize that you are pregnant with his baby. He will tell you if you even think of aborting it, he will kill you. Refuse to take care of his baby. 6, it doesn't matter if you get caught, better die trying to be free. When the opportunity reveals itself, flee. Count on miracles. When you run, you will take your baby with you because deep down you know she's yours. You will take her clothes and nothing else. You will start to run and your legs will be strong like a strong person's legs, and you will think clearer and better than you have ever thought before, and you will hear your mother calling you, "Marta, run!" And you will make the bus at the exact right moment, and you will not look out the window because you know the 4 bodyguards who have watched you like a hawk for 2 years are already there, but you are in your hole and they cannot see you. And you will hide with your baby inside a wall in your cousin's house, the house you would have gone to on your vacation, and Claude will come with the 4 other soldiers, and they will search and destroy everything, and your baby will not cry. And you will be invisible. And the next day you will make the boat. And as it is pulling out from the shore, you will not be breathing. And you will see him and the other men on the dock asking and looking for you. And someone will point to the boat. And you will know he has found you, even though you are deep inside your hole. And a captain on the boat will suddenly be standing next to you. And he will ask you one single question. How old are you? And then you will talk as if it is the first time you have ever talked, and you will be surprised at how loud and crazy you sound. And you will say things like, "I am 17. He took me when I was 15. He raped me 3 times a day. He gave me diseases and made me pregnant. If you turn this boat back, I will throw myself into the lake. I will drown myself. I'll be okay dead as long as I never have to see him again, and I will take my baby with me." And the captain will put one hand on your shoulder, and you will see a light in his eyes that you will identify as pity, and he will not turn back. 7, do not feel guilty about how happy you feel when you hear he is dead. After 6 months at home in your beloved Bukavu, you will run into 2 soldiers from the camp, and they will tell you that they are surprised at how well you look. And they will tell you that Claude got killed, and you will say, "God did something good." And at that moment, milk will pour into your breasts, and you will love your baby. I went on a vacation for 2 days. I didn't come back for 2 years. 8, no one can take anything from you if you do not give it to them.